Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're going over 10 things that I just stopped buying that I feel like at this age, this portion of my life is a waste of money. So we're gonna go over those 10 things. Let's jump right into it. So number one, cell phones, right? Smartphones. Every year a new cell phone comes out, a new smartphone. Let it be an iPhone or a Samsung. Every year a new one comes out. And you may be tempted to say, you know what? I have to really get this new iPhone to keep up with whoever, or maybe you just feel like you need it, or maybe you want to be in the in crowd. I don't know what it is, but me personally, I stopped buying every year a new cell phone. I'm an Android person, Android guy, and I just stopped buying them every year because in the big scheme of things, it really didn't make a difference. It didn't stop my business from growing. It didn't stop me from communicating with people that I wanted to. It didn't even, the features that quote unquote I used, they weren't blocked because I was using a phone that was 1 year older than the newest thing out. None of that happened. So then I thought to myself, why am I spending $1,000 or $1,300 every year on the new hottest phone just to purchase another one the next year? Why am I doing that? So I stopped doing that. And once again, you save money that way. You can take that money that you normally would invest in a cell phone or a smartphone, and you can put that into something that is investable, put it in some stock, put it in some bonds, mutual funds, maybe even throw it into your emergency fund that you have for if something happens. Either of those are great options, but throwing it into something that you're just gonna, buy the newest thing the next year after and there's really no gain for it, I just felt, what was the point? Number two, fast food. Look, everybody loves fast food. I love going out. I love taking my family out. But one of the things that you realize, and you realize this really quickly, is that when you're spending all of this money on fast food, it sneaks up on you really quickly. Not only is it unhealthy for you, and everybody knows that it's unhealthy, but it's quick, fast food that you enjoy, that's cheap, and you get in and get out and do what you need to do. But next thing you know, you're spending $30 a day, $40 a day on fast food. And if you do the math and add that up, just 10 days worth of that is $400, and you just go on and on. So you look at that and you go, I think I could save some money here. Not only am I saving money, but I'm also doing better for my health. And the older you get, you can do this in your 20s where you're eating fast food and it just comes off. But the older you get, it sticks on and you got to work 3 times as hard to get it off, the energy that you use to purchase and eat it. So I just avoid that. You save money. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. My health is good. And then also I don't have to spend gobs of money doing fast food. Number 3, clothing. In my younger years, I was all about buying, name brand this, name brand that. You would spend, gobs of money on making sure that you were, top tier when it came to style wise. And of course, I always love to look good and have, good clothes. But I'm just not willing to have a bunch of clothes that I'm not gonna really wear. Every time that I go out and I buy clothes, it has a purpose. If I'm going to buy clothes, I'm buying clothes because it's for a certain event. I'm not just buying clothes hoping that I will eventually use them. I'm buying clothes now that have a purpose. I'm not going out there and spending $1,000 on the top name brand jeans and shirts and whatnot. I'd rather use that money for something else and for my investment, for growing my business, throwing it into YouTube. I'd rather do something like that where I know I'll get a return on my investment. Everyone knows when you buy clothes, they're already marked up sky high. The margins for those are ridiculous. You go out and you buy a pair of jeans and you spend $100 on them, they probably cost $10 to make, and that's just the way it goes. No matter how many 50-40% off you see in the clearance aisle, you're still overpaying for them. There's nothing wrong with buying clothes, but what tends to happen is people buy clothes and they just sit in the closet because you don't have a purpose for it. And then what ends up happening from that point is that you either can't fit them anymore or they go out of style and you end up giving them away to someone anyway. And that's just money you're burning. So I stopped buying, like I said, clothes because it was just a waste of money. So I'd rather put my money somewhere else. Number 4, jewelry. Jewelry is one of those things where I'm just kind of like, I'm not really big a jewelry person anyway. But I just kind of don't want to really spend $2,000 on a watch, right? On a watch or a necklace or a bracelet or whatever, or rings. I'm just not really big on jewelry. And to be honest with you, I never kind of was big into jewelry, but every once in a while I thought, I'll go buy some jewelry. And, to be honest with you, it really doesn't do anything for you. It really doesn't do anything for me, I should say. It's just you have all this jewelry, spend a lot of money on these precious metals, gold and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, most of the time for me, it ends up just sitting in a closet somewhere in the back. I forget to put it on. And these are things that I spent $2,000-$3,000 on, especially the watches, especially for men, it just gets very expensive very fast. And the same thing can happen with women with their rings and their diamond necklaces and all that other stuff. It just gets really expensive really fast. And once again, you can save money this way by not really investing into the jewelry. And once again, just think about it. Why are you really buying the jewelry? What is the purpose of the jewelry? Is the jewelry have any type of return on investment? Maybe, maybe not. But that's the reason why I stayed out of jewelry. Number 5, cable. I love just as much as the next person to have everything. HBO, Stars, Cinemax, Showtime. Like I had the full thing, right? With AT&T. And I just said, you know what? Most of the time, we don't even watch half of the stuff that is available on cable. When we do watch something on TV, it's normally Netflix or a movie in particular. And even if we do watch a show, we watch it in our own time. And so I just thought to myself, it would just be better if I just got a Hulu and Netflix and maybe, bought like a HBO Go. I think it's HBO Max now, but stuff like that where it's just, instead of spending $200 a month on cable, I can spend $40 a month on these individual packages and then still not lose the experience that I think that I want anyway, right? Because that's the thing. You think you want cable because you think to yourself, I want to be able to watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it. But you have to really assess what you are watching. And when I broke down what I was watching, it wasn't that much TV and it was very particular on the things that I was watching. So I decided that instead of having this full package of $200 and some worth, I broke it down into these individual packages and that worked for me. So I got rid of cable. Number 6, juices and sodas. First of all, I'm really big against juices, so especially, like I said, as you get older. I'm all about water. I'm not spending money on juices and sodas. And the thing is with juice and soda is most of the time they're cheap. You can get a 2 liter of Pepsi for $1 or something like that, right? So juices also too, you think that you're buying a juice, but it's filled with sugar and all this other stuff. So I just avoid it because once again, it goes back to the fast food concept where you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You get rid of the cost, you also get the health boost, the health factor where you're not kind of destroying your health. And once again, when you're older, you got to work 3 times, three times as hard to get rid of that stuff out of your body and for you to not gain the weight. The metabolism isn't the same, I promise you. So get rid of the juice and soda. Number 7, extended warranties. You know when you go to Lowe's and you're buying an appliance and they ask you, hey, do you want a 3-5 year extended warranty on top of the warranty you got or whatever it is, and then you got to spend $400 in that extended warranty? Most people think it's a good idea. but it's not. 9 times out of 10, your appliance, whatever you're buying the extended warranty on, it will break after the extended warranty expires. It will break after. 9 times out of 10. That has been proven multiple times over. This is where all of the retailers that I just mentioned make their money at. And you think to yourself, oh no, but I don't want to get caught. I just bought this $1,000 appliance and I don't want to get caught with the repairs. I can promise you, if you have done this, which I have, so I'm not giving you some advice that doesn't apply to me. I'm telling you, you would spend your money on this and 9 times out of 10, it would be a waste of money and it would expire after it. Or there would be this fine print for the thing that you needed to get repaired that they don't cover. So I tell people all the time, I don't spend money on these extended warranties. And it's one of the things that I have stopped spending money on, and I have not had an issue. Not one time have I had an issue since I stopped buying those extended warranties. Number 8, useless gifts. You know how a time when you go buy these, especially during Christmas, you buy these gifts that just sit on the mantle somewhere as a picture of Santa or Easter Bunny, and they're just useless. They just sit there. Something that's gonna basically just go into your drawer and never come out. Something that's gonna go into the back of your closet and never see the light of day. Those are what I call useless gifts. Things that you won't even use when you move, when you leave your house and you move. You think to yourself, oh man, this is really nice. I even forgot I even had this, because it doesn't have a purpose. I stopped buying those gifts. I only buy gifts that I feel that people will use. I do not buy useless gifts. I do not. So if it's gonna go into the back of someone's closet, if it's a souvenir that's gonna go into the back of my closet, I'm never gonna see it. It doesn't have any type of sentimental value. It's just useless, and I'm getting rid of it. I'm not gonna even buy it. No buy. Okay, number 9, haircuts. I stopped. I'm just joking. It's not haircuts. I mean, even though I did save some money not going to the barber anymore, but it really wasn't my choice. My hair, it's all bald now, so it really doesn't really matter. But let's get into number 9. Number 9 is video games. I enjoy video games, but I stopped buying video games because for the way that I play video games, I would play a video game and then I'm done with it. I don't play video games over and over and over and over again, unless it's like a multiplayer game or something like that. But most games, I would say 95% of the games that I play, especially when they're one-player game, single-player game, stuff like that, I just play them and I'm done with them. So why go out and buy that? I just go out and rent them. I go to a Family Video, or I get them from a Redbox when they did do them, and I would just rent them from there. And it saves so much money. Instead of spending $60 on a game, I would spend $7 on a game. And that is a money saver. I still get to do what I enjoy. I don't have to throw down $60 for every game that looks interesting to me that I want to enjoy and play. Okay, number 10 is gym memberships. Man, let me tell you what, gym memberships, especially during the time that we're in right now with the virus and whatnot, you would spend so much money on these gym memberships where you would spend $30, $40, and you know if you're going to actually use it or not. And I was one of those people where you would go out and pay all this money for a gym membership and, you wouldn't even use it. Maybe once a month you would go out. Maybe you wouldn't even go that month. But regardless of the fact, you still have to pay the gym membership. So my question is why spend that much money? Why spend $40 on a gym membership if you know you are not going to use it? If you're going to maximize it, once again, I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person if you use your gym membership, or that if you want to waste your money on it, then whatever. But if you're going to spend $40 on a gym membership and not use it, why wouldn't you take that $40 and buy some home equipment and put it in your basement and then use that? I think that's just a better outcome. So one thing that I did was I just stopped it cold turkey, and I just stopped spending money on gym memberships. If I want to do some type of workout, I go out and I do it myself. I go running, I go walking, I do whatever. Go to a park, you know, got some weights in the basement, things like that. But gym memberships, I cut it out. Cut it out. Take that money and put it somewhere more useful where I'll get my money back. So once again, guys, if you got value out of this content, please hit that subscribe button, notification, and like button. Once again, it always helps out my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.